patient come down from the train, then they walk down here, and some of them will come into this area where they will be seen and treated.
All right, well, I've heard of doctors making house calls, but going halfway around the world to help out the people of the Ukraine. Dr. Janette Nesheiwat is a little bit different in that regard. She's joining us now from Lviv, Ukraine, with the purpose of her mission. Doctor, good to see you. You were telling me the other day you were looking at what was going on there. Good to see you, too. And I know we have a bit of a delay. I apologize. But you were seeing what was going on there, and you realized, look, these people need some medical help. What are you finding out?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the Ukrainian people, they are brave, courageous. The refugees, they need help. And we're out here with the Samaritans First trying to give them as much help as possible. It's really intense out here. You've got thousands of refugees coming in with different ailments, from lacerations, fractures, heart attacks, wound injuries. And so my colleagues and I are trying to do the best we can to try to help each and every one of them. But it's difficult. It's freezing cold. They're dehydrated. They've got injuries. There's hypothermia. And so we're just trying to do the best we can to get them the care that they need. Now, we also have to make sure that we have the supplies that we need. That's why it's so important that the donations, the military and medical supply and donations continue, because that is really what's helping continue to inspire and strengthen the Ukrainian people so that they don't give up. That's really important, that we continue that momentum of volunteering and donating and praying and doing everything we can to help them get through this very, very difficult time.
It's difficult for a lot of them to make the journey to leave the country, right? And the Russians have made it difficult for them to get out through the so-called humanitarian corridors that aren't so humanitarian or safe corridors. So some of them aren't up to that trip. How do you decide that, Doctor?
So, some of them are not up to, yeah, it's difficult. It's hard. Can you imagine, you know, some people take freedom for granted and forget that, you know, men and women died, sacrificed their lives, fought for our freedom. And, you know, it's hard. You don't want to leave your home. You don't want to leave your family. But sometimes for some of them, it's a matter of life and death. And they don't want to leave, but it puts them in danger. And then some of them, you know, stay, they get injured. Some of them finally decide to leave. Some of them are not well enough to leave. They can't travel because of their illnesses, or they may be pregnant, or just too weak or frail to travel. So it's difficult. And that's why they need to have continued support, again, medically and militarily.
Do you think that there are many who, to your point, Doctor, want to leave but physically can't? So they're literally between a rock and a hard place. They're getting bombed in their cities or outside their cities. And just to make that perilous journey to either Poland or Romania, Slovakia, what have you, they can't. Yeah. They just can't.
Yeah, and it's difficult. You know, thousands of people coming in on the trains. They come in and the trains are packed, and it's a long journey for hours to days on a train, lack of food, lack of water. They come in, those who can make it. Some of them are ill. I've had patients today with fevers, respiratory issues, you know, lacerations, that sort of thing, fractures. We've had, one of my colleagues had a patient who fractured her shoulder fleeing, and days later comes in for care. So it's a challenge. It's difficult. Many want to leave, but they can't. Many won't leave because, you know, they're strong and they want to stand their ground and continue to fight, even though it's risky. And again, that's why it's so important that we pray for them and try to do our best to continue to support them in any way we can, and not just the United States, but other countries around the world as well.
Dr. Nesheiwat, thank you very, very much. I've heard of house calls, Doctor, but this is an incredible one. Dr. Janette Nesheiwat trying to help the people there. There's a lot of help that's needed.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.